Hello students, welcome back in your chemistry class, and today I am going to teach your chapter that is air and atmosphere. The topic is oxygen. So the oxygen, that is active component of air. What are the properties of this oxygen? It is colorless, odorless, tasteless gas, and it is slightly soluble in water. It also helps in combustion and it is very essential for burning. It is heavier than air. What are the uses of oxygen? It is useful for respiration. It is used in hospitals, in cylinders. It is useful in welding and cutting material, different explosives, in making of germicides and insecticides, and it is also the main element of ozone. Now you can see the experiment 1 in your book. So that is the presence of oxygen in the air. This experiment confirmed that the oxygen that is essential for the burning of anything. Now next is the CO2 gas. CO2 means carbon dioxide gas. It is helpful in photosynthesis and it also acts as fire extinguisher. The properties of this gas is it is sour in taste, heavier than air, sparingly soluble in water. And what are the uses of this carbon dioxide? Help in photosynthesis, as a fire extinguisher, in uses in aerated drinks and purification of cane sugars. The next one is water vapors. Water vapor, that is also called as moisture. It is colorless, odorless and tasteless. Now there is one term, that is humidity. Humidity, that is the amount of water vapor present in the air. If the water vapor present in the air that is more, there is more humidity and less evaporation and more rain, dew and mist. And this moisture is very essential for the growth of plants and animals. The next term, that is aerosol. Aerosols, they are the solid particles present in the air, and the particles such as sand, dirt, smoke, hair, pollens, etc. Now the importance of air. Importance of air, it is the medium of sound. It used for the dry clothes. It is also essential for water cycle. It is essential for the birds and insects so they can fly. It is useful for pollination of flowers, in the tires of vehicles and windmills. The next one is the essential element for plants. Nitrogen, that is the essential element for plants. Now we will study the process of photosynthesis, that is the process of making food by plant. For the making of food, plants require carbon dioxide, sunlight, chlorophyll and water. By all these things, plants form their food, that is glucose. In humans or animals, what happens during respiration? That is oxygen. They breathe in the oxygen that uses in the breakdown of food, and with this breakdown of food release energy, and which are used by us for the daily activities. Now what happen in the plants? In the plants, in the daytime, carbon dioxide that react with water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll that form the food, that is glucose, and release oxygen. Now at the same time, glucose and oxygen that form carbon dioxide, water and energy. It is the process of respiration and it is the process of photosynthesis. In the daytime, this process also occurs, that is respiration, but at night, photosynthesis that doesn't occur, because photosynthesis that requires sunlight. Now at night, what plants does? Plants take oxygen from the air, and oxygen that diffuses into the lenticels of the plant. Now the next one is nitrogen fixing bacteria. Nitrogen fixing bacteria, these are the bacteria which take nitrogen from the environment and combine it to form nitrates, and these are used by plant roots and converted it into plant proteins. Now the next one is the air. Inhaled air and exhaled. Inhaled means the air that we breathe in. Exhaled air means the air that we breathe out. Now the process of breathing. Breathing, process of taking air in and out, that combine these two processes. And you can also study this breathing from table 6.2. Now the next topic, that is air is necessary for burning. In the air, oxygen that is necessary for burning. Fuel can only burn when it reacts with oxygen, then it gives out carbon dioxide, water and energy. Now there is difference between combustion and respiration. So combustion, that is a chemical process, and respiration, that is a biological process. It takes place at high temperature and it takes place at normal body temperature. It is a fast process, it is slow process. Energy that is liberated only in one step, and they are liberated in several steps. Most of the energy that is produced as heat and light, here only produced as heat. Oxygen is directly used in this process, and here it is used as an oxidant. Combustion, that is an artificial and discontinuous process, and it is natural and continuous process. Now the next one is the rusting. Rusting means a reddish brown coating called rust is formed on the iron objects. You see, generally you have seen that this rust, that where it formed on the things that are made by iron. So the process that is called as a corrosion or rusting. Here the iron that combined with oxygen and moisture and form hydrate iron oxide, which is known as rust. Now the next is balance of gases in nature. So plant use carbon dioxide to make their food. Okay, in daytime carbon dioxide that is used by the plants. At the same time, in the respiration it also uses the oxygen. In the daytime, photosynthesis is going on much faster rate than respiration. So the carbon dioxide that the plants make by respiration is used up by the plants in photosynthesis. Some of the oxygen which is made by photosynthesis is used up for respiration, but a lot of oxygen is left over. At night, what happens? No photosynthesis, but the respiration that continues. So the leftover oxygen that is used up and carbon dioxide that is released. Thus, what plants do? Plants help in maintaining the amount of oxygen in the air. In the daytime, both photosynthesis and respiration occurs, while at the night time, only the respiration occurs and there is no photosynthesis. Now the next one is importance of other gases present in air. The other gases, they are colorless, odorless and tasteless. The most abundant that present in the large quantity, that is argon, and this argon and neon are used in gas filled electric bulbs and colored neon electric signs. They are obtained from liquid air. Helium, that used in balloons because it is very light. Krypton, that is used in the manufacture of special camera tubes. Now the air pollution. So air is most important for our existence, but when it get poisoned, it get polluted. When poisonous gases and harmful substances mix with air, it make them impure and air said to be polluted. And the substances harmful and undesirable that mix in air, they are called pollutants. And air get polluted by smoke, dust, coke emitted by automobiles and chimneys of industries. Some other air pollutants are carbon dioxide, monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. Now, what are the causes of air pollution? What are the reasons? The first one is air pollution that is caused when air in the atmosphere get filled with particulate matter. The second one is the largest source of air pollution is vehicle exhaust fumes. Next, increase in human pollution, cutting of trees, burning of fossil fuels and fibers, using more household chemicals, and volcanoes, dust storms, forest fires. These are causes of natural air pollutions. Now, the effects of air pollution. Excess of carbon dioxide causes suffocation. Carbon dioxide that reduces oxygen carrying capacity of blood. Sulfur dioxide that causes headache, irritation in the respiratory tract and vomiting, etc. Nitrogen oxide that affect the respiratory system of animals and defoliation leading to death of some plants. Now, what are the methods for reducing air pollution? So, we can use the chimneys. So, we can use the smoke precipitators at the top of chimneys in factories and mills. Then we can use compressed natural gas that should be used in automobiles such as car, buses and trucks. Vehicles are also subjected to stringent air pollution checks. More and more trees should be grown. Industries that should be located in other than residential areas, and use of public transport, carpooling instead of using one's own vehicles. Now, what is atmosphere? Air around the whole earth is called the atmosphere, and it makes atmosphere that makes a thick blanket around the earth. Atmosphere extends to about 100 km above the earth's surface. In fact, nearly 75% of the atmospheric gases are within 11 km around the earth. The gases present in the atmosphere are important for life. Oxygen, that is required for respiration. Carbon dioxide is required by the plants for photosynthesis. So, atmosphere also contains another gas called ozone. Ozone, this prevents the harmful ultraviolet rays from reaching the earth, and it does act as a protective layer. Now, the layers of the atmosphere. So, there are 5 layers: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Now, next one is the importance of the atmosphere. The atmosphere not only provides us the gases for survival, but it has many other important functions. It prevents all the heat from the sun reaching the earth. This also helps in maintaining lower temperatures on the earth. If there is no atmosphere on the earth, it can be a warm place and it is not possible for here the human beings to survive. The atmosphere also help in movement of water vapor in the form of clouds from the oceans to the land and cause rainfall. If there was no air, this wouldn't have been possible. If there was no water circulation, all the snow from the mountains would have melted and flown away into the oceans. Once done, there would not have been any water in rivers and on land forms anymore. The air in the atmosphere forms currents due to the uneven heating and the motion of the earth. This helps in moderating temperatures on the surface of the earth. So, this is all about your chapter Air and Atmosphere. Thank you.